There are plenty of personalities from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise who should never go on 90 Day. The Single Life. The spin-off debuted in 2021, featuring a cast of singles who appear on the show in some capacity. The Single Life Season 1 included some dynamic names from the franchise, including Big Ed Brown, Molly Hopkins, and Colt Johnson. The show is an interesting extension of the 90 Day Fiancé universe, offering a new pathway for franchise stars to stay relevant in the show's universe while pursuing a new relationship. The Single Life has marked the beginning of many romances, including Big Ed and Liz Woods. While singles don't always find love, it's interesting to watch their journeys in the dating world. 90 Day Fiancé is notorious for casting dynamic personalities, and that's no different in The Single Life. Chantal Everett joined The Single Life Season 4 after her divorce from Pedro Jimeno. It was odd to see her as a single woman after watching her in a relationship for so many years. Sometimes, casting decisions for The Single Life aren't justifiable and negatively impact the show. Big Ed Brown. Big Ed has had too many chances on the show. Big Ed should never return to The Single Life. He began dating his ex-girlfriend, Liz, during The Single Life Season 1. They've had quite a hectic journey together and finally split on Happily Ever After, Season 8 before their wedding date. They had a toxic relationship while they were together. Big and Liz constantly broke up and made up. By The Single Life Season 1 tell-all, they called off their relationship for the first, but not the last time. Big Ed joined The Single Life Season 2 cast with another woman, Carrie. He wasted no time moving on from Liz after their first breakup. While Season 2 aired, 90 Day Fiancé fans knew he was back together with Liz, which was revealed at the tell-all. His co-stars warned her that Big Ed was the worst, but she wanted to give their relationship another shot. They got engaged again, but never followed through with a wedding. Big Ed has a serious commitment issue and only proposed to Liz to keep her around. There's no reason for Big Ed to come back to the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. He's demeaned women on the show, fought with his co-stars, and hasn't shown any signs of progress. The show continues to ask him back because he's a popular franchise personality. However, he's proved time and time again that he doesn't seek commitment. Instead, Big Ed is on 90 Day Fiancé for the fame and attention that comes from appearing on reality TV. He shouldn't come back to The Single Life and should date away from the cameras if he so chooses. Angela Deem. Angela needs to heal from her split off TV. Angela Deem doesn't need to appear on The Single Life in the wake of her split from Michael Ilsamy. Throughout her time in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, she's exhibited some bad behavior. Her relationship with Michael was never perfect, but she crossed a line on multiple occasions, from throwing a cake in her husband's face to breaking his car. Angela has acted out on the show. While her split from Michael is a hot topic in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, this doesn't mean she should be awarded a spot on The Single Life. Angela and Michael have been through a lot on the show. He recently moved to the United States, which was documented during Happily Ever After, Season 8. However, after they finished filming, Michael ran away from Angela, and they've since split. The future of their relationship is unsure, but neither of them need to start dating quite yet. Angela has said she has no interest in joining The Single Life if she gets divorced from her husband, but it's likely that the casting team would still ask her to appear on the dating spin-off. Rob Warren. Rob has a bad attitude, and Sophie should join the spin-off before him. Breakout couple Rob Warren and Sophie Sierra have been a part of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise for a short time, but there are already rumors that they've split. They first appeared in 90 Day Fiancé Season 10 and became a standout duo due to their intense fights. Rob and Sophie had to navigate his infidelity during their 90-day visa journey. They would by the end of the season, but broke up shortly after. Immediately following their stint on 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, they started filming for Happily Ever After, Season 8. They didn't spend much time enjoying married life before Sophie moved out. Rob has proven to be dishonest, but claimed he wants to make their marriage work. They had a rocky time on Happily Ever After, Season 8, and it's rumored they've joined the cast of The Last Resort Season 2. On his 2 seasons of the show so far, Rob has been argumentative, controlling, and disrespectful towards Sophie. If they have officially split, Sophie deserves a spot on the single life instead of him. Jibri Bell. Jibri admitted he doesn't see season 9 couple Jibri and Mayona Bell broke up because he couldn't handle commitment. On Instagram, Jibri confirmed rumors that he'd split from his wife. He admitted the breakup was his fault because being in a long-term commitment made him feel uneasy and trapped. When they joined the reality show, their relationship felt somewhat inauthentic. They spoke about moving to Los Angeles, but didn't have the financial means to do so. Jibri and Mayona's appearance on the show made it seem like they were using it to make money, not to be honest about their relationship. Their split wasn't that surprising. However, Jibri revealing that he was too immature to be married was flabbergasting. It was surprising that he made the admission on the public platform. Jibri wasn't ready for marriage during 90 Day Fiance Season 9, and he certainly doesn't need to lead on another woman on the single life. He's admitted that he doesn't do well in long-term relationships, and if the show invited him back, they would only be casting him for dramatic purposes. Gino Palazzolo. Without Jasmine, Gino wouldn't be entertaining on the show. Gino Palazzolo should stay off reality TV after his split from Jasmine Pineda. They've appeared on multiple seasons of the show and never seemed happy. Gino and Jasmine constantly fought on 90 Day Fiance Season 10, though their issues reached a new peak during Happily Ever After, Season 8. His wife has a dynamic personality made for reality TV compared to Gino, who is reserved and laid back. He likely wouldn't have opted to appear on 90 Day Fiancé if it was his choice. If they divorce, the show would probably ask him to be on The Single Life, but they shouldn't. Gino and Jasmine as a couple are entertaining. Without his other half, his segments wouldn't be interesting. If the casting team wanted him to be on The Single Life, they'd have to include Jasmine in the same season of the show to spice things up. Colt Johnson. It was staggering when Colt was included in the original cast of The Single Life. Despite having a toxic relationship, they're known as one of the wildest couples from 90 Day Fiancé. His inclusion on the dating spin-off made some sense. However, he's not a very interesting reality TV personality without Larissa or his mother, Debbie Johnson, by his side. With news of his split from Vanessa Guerra, the casting team might consider inviting him back. His casting would take a spot away from a new, fresh 90 Day Fiancé personality that might actually find love. Nicole Natziger. Nicole has lost her credibility by leading fans on. Nicole Natziger hasn't been on 90 Day Fiancé recently, but she'd likely jump at the opportunity to return to the show. She infamously posts paid clickbait posts on her social media. Nicole posted fake pregnancy announcements that came off as scams to her followers. She's lost all credibility with the audience because of her odd social media behavior. Her relationship with Azan Tifu was shady, adding more evidence that she stayed on the show for monetary reasons. Pedro Jimeno. It would be sad to watch Pedro date someone other than Chantal. It would be astonishing if Pedro went on The Single Life. He was part of one of the most popular 90 Day Fiancé couples in his marriage to Chantal. They were such fixtures of the franchise that they received their own spin-off, The Family Chantal. It was heartbreaking to learn that they were divorcing during The Family Chantal Season 5. His ex-wife attempted to move on from their relationship during The Single Life Season 4, but didn't have good luck. If Chantal stays on the show, there wouldn't be enough room for both of them to be on the spin-off. Big Ed, Angela, and Colt are a few personalities from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise who should never appear on The Single Life. They've each had their time in the spotlight on the show, and it would be repetitive to see them return for another season of the show. Instead of recycling these cast members, the 90 Day Fiancé casting team should cast more vibrant characters for future seasons of The Single Life. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, airs Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on TLC.